Good morning and welcome to Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on not just another channel, which is Camnet TV. I'm your host. My name is Precious Mzea Sakaleji, and yes, of course, like any other Saturday breakfast show, I'm not alone on set. I'm joined by Banda Tandiwe,
who's literally sleepwalking this morning, but I'm so glad that you woke up and actually found time to catch us live on Camnet TV, which is just not another channel. I know many of you are out there wonder, why do we always say just not another channel? Well, because this particular channel brings you the very best, the uniqueness in all elements, you know. It has a different touch, nothing of the usual, nothing of the basic, and that's why we call ourselves Camnet TV, not just another channel. What are we discussing today?
Of course, we've got a whole lot of things outlined on our show for today, considering the fact that yesterday baths were partially opened, and parents are somehow excited, not excited, because schools are reopening, going back to the new normal. Now, the big question is, how safe is everyone under the new normal? How safe are you under the new normal? Remember, you can actually come through for your contributions and suggestions. All you can do is just join us on Facebook. You can comment on Facebook, or maybe you can actually call in.
Yeah, you know, we like to talk to you. I personally like to communicate over the phone. So you can call us on 0968-675273. That is 0968-675273. How safe are you? How safe is your family? How safe are your friends in the new normal? Bearing in mind that the president yesterday announced the official opening of the schools. This means that all school-going children, both in primary and secondary school, will be returning back to class. That is an in-person learning, away from the virtual aspect. How is this gonna how is it going to settle with everybody else? And the partial opening of bars, another very interesting one that we will tackle. How safe do you feel, really?
First of all, I don't feel safe, because yesterday, after the announcement of partially opening the bars from 18 to 23, Friday to Sunday, when I knocked off Tandiwe, when I knocked off, the bars were already open. People were already drinking. Car parks were filled.
They were dancing,
kissing,
and wah.
And I was like, this is how we are. I don't feel safe, because half of the people I was seeing didn't even have their masks on. Okay, we were too excited, considering the fact that it has been a long time. I think more than 4 months from the time the bars, restaurants, and these other places were closed. Now them being partially opened, we were too excited and forgot why they were closed down in the first place. So I don't feel safe at all.
Okay, very, very interesting. I guess many people have received the news with mixed feelings. Others feel that they're excited that the bars are open because they're business people and this is their source of income. Others are excited because now they have a place to go and socialize. Maybe they've been so bored at home and they just want a place where they could release their stress from. Others are very scared because now they feel the virus statistics will actually go up. So I feel like this is day one of critically looking at the numbers and how they will increase from the past months. But what if they increase so much? Does that mean that they will be closed again?
I don't know what the plan is, because when the bars were partially opened and when schools were opened, we were not giving a specific time or duration to how long they'll be opened. And I remember the previous national address was that we'll see how things will be when they open the restaurants and cinemas. If numbers will go up or if numbers will decrease, then we'll decide either to open the bars or not. Maybe the partial opening of the bars, since it's from Friday to Sunday, maybe they have put a duration in their document, say, okay, if numbers increase by this much, we'll have to close down again. But then on the other side, again, it's going to be a disadvantage on the people that own bars, these nightclubs, drinking places, because they want to sell so much because they don't know if they'll be closed down again. So this period they've been given, they want to sell so much so that, so that they return their monies, considering the fact that the dollar is now at 19, going even all the way up to 20. So it's a tough decision, or they're in a dilemma, the people that own bars. So I don't know how long it's going to be open though, but
you know, I feel like being a president is it's a very crucial seat. Because, you know, you have to make critical decisions, like this decision to actually open the bars and the schools. Bars, because that's people's survival. Schools, because people need to move forward. We can't have grade 9s stay, grade 8s or these other junior grades stay at the same level. People need to proceed. But this has been received with mixed feelings by different parents, other parents. Are excited that the kids are finally going back to school, whilst others are scared to say what measures have been put in place. And this now gives schools out there a bigger responsibility, that is both the private and public schools. This gives all of you a bigger responsibility, that is to ensure that children are always masked up, sanitizers around the school, washing sports around the school. So I feel like this is now time for schools not only to take responsibility over the children's learning, but also concerning their health guidelines. They need to be in line. That way they will safeguard the children's lives.
There's a lot to consider, Tandiwe, during this time, because as a parent, from the financial perspective, there are those parents that have businesses that have gone down. Like, they don't even know where to start from now that the outside, the common term, the outside is open. I have a child that is in their 8th grade, they need to get into grade 9. How am I going to pay for their school fees? There are those people that can't afford now because the economy is very bad. Now, it brings us back to the people that won't afford to take their children back to school. What is being done about that? Okay, for those that can't afford, for the fact that schools have reopened, how are they going to manage to pay for their children, considering the fact that they don't have the money to pay for their children's school fees? So you send your child to school, you don't know if they're maintaining social distance, you haven't seen your friends for 6 months.
One amazing thing I think that we read on we had a story that ran, I think should be last week on Camnet TV, on news. It was, I think, an Al Jazeera story in one of these countries where when the children just returned to schools, this woman explained how they were playing a particular game. Not holding hands, it's the game that we use with our hands and we've grown up playing as children, even as adults now. People have passed it on to their kids, yes. But my point really is they were seen playing this particular game, but they were not holding hands physically. So this now shows us that those children are well aware of the coronavirus. Hence, they know that if you touch your friend, this could happen or that could happen. So my question is, have our schools really instilled this? Has even parents, because now it's also the responsibility of parents. Whilst the children are at home, you need to remind them to say, hey, there's corona. I know you're going back to school. You're going to find all your friends, but there's coronavirus. And if you do this, you might get it. If you protect yourself, you avoid getting it. So I hope that that's now a bigger responsibility as well for parents and teachers. But as it stands, schools are open, no more virtual learning.
At least those spare on the bundles. But I actually got a time to monitor a child learning via a certain application.
Imagine a good one.
It's really hard. It's really hard both for the teacher and for the pupil on the other side, and the parent as well. Let's say you don't have someone to look after your child and you're at work and there's a certain time they need to take class. So it's really hard, but we don't know how we're going to survive under the new norm. So now, let's get exercising. Yeah,
we've talked a lot about this new normal. I think it caught all of us by surprise. And we're just trying to find our grounds. But before we go into what we have and the details, let's see what we have in our sports. And that's our morning workout session. So get your tights ready. I know it's short notice, but those of you that usually watch this program should be ready for this one. So let's go straight
morning
into
boost. We'll be back.
It's a beautiful morning and I welcome you to Morning Boost. I'm so glad that you've tuned in and hope you had a great night. So let's do some workouts this morning and we're going to have a great time. So we're going to start with a warm-up and then make some aerobics movements for today. Okay, ready? Let's go. A beautiful morning to everybody and welcome to Morning Boost. Let's go. Go. And the V step now. Let's go. Last V step. Back to step touch. V step. Let's go. Let's go. And marching. And 4, 3, 2, step touch, go. Bring in your hands now. Let's go. Let's go. Just a quick workout in the morning. Not a full-fledged workout, no. Keep going. And 4, 3, 2, hamstring, go. Four, 3, 2, step touch. Four, 3, 2, and hamstring. And 4, 3, 2, step touch. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. Stay at it. Go. Easy basic workouts for the morning. And marching. Skip jump now. Go. Let's go. Skip. Try this. Even if you feel heavy in your body, you can do this. Let's go. There's always a first time. You may struggle, but it's doable. Let's go. And 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Change now. Let's go. Very easy for a morning workout. Lift your knee very high. Go. Let's go. Stay at it. Stay at it. We're going to bring in a kick now from a knee high to a kick. Go. Go. Let's go. Let there be a blood circulation on your legs so that you don't have that numbness you feel at times. Kick. 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 Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Straight kicks now. Go. Straight kicks. Go in the sides. Okay. Keep going. Almost done with our 5 minutes workout. Knee high. Try this every morning. It's going to do wonders to your body. Let's go. We're almost there. All right, Tim. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. This is Isaac Matza, your presenter. I'm going to see you next time at the same time, and have a great day. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great day.
Well, to stay healthy, all you gotta do is work out every single day if you can, so that you keep your body fit and healthy, and that doesn't subject you to diseases. It's actually very true. You know that? Mm-hmm. If you exercise, you can avoid certain diseases. Mm-hmm. You know, there are young people that are like maybe 20 or 21, and they'll be like, oh, I have joint pains.
At 21.
Do you work out? Oh, my back, this, that. Just work out, you know, keep your body fit and healthy. Mm-hmm. As a young person, even as an elderly person, take walks around the house. I know, I'd rather give an example. Yeah.
Oh, it's not mom we're talking
Yeah, I think I had
mom in mind.
Pastor Chiduba and Pastor Victoria. You not that I want you to run around the house. No. Especially for Pastor Chiluba. I don't want you to run around the house, but like you can just take walks. Even right here, we have actually a big space at Camnet TV. You could just take walks as you are talking on the phone, since you like talking on the phone. Yeah. So you work out because that way it helps you keep your body fit. Mm-hmm. I usually advise my mom, who's about 50, in her late 50s now, to just take walks around the house, and that helps, because I mean you can't really expect an adult to be running around. Well, there are adults that do run around, but like I mean, you know.
Yeah, we know.
But anyway, going straight down to business and the gist of things. News making headlines. Now, President Edgar Lungu has directed that all schools and colleges to reopen, adding that he is aware of the negative impact of the closure of educational institutions that it had on pupils, students, teachers, and the general public. Now, when he was speaking during the 5th session of the 12th National Assembly, he anchored on the theme resilience and innovation, pursuing economic recovery for the Zambia we want. Now, the head of state says while pupils were encouraged to use virtual platforms, many did not due to resource vulnerabilities. Now, he adds that digital platforms, including the buying of internet bundles, which sometimes proves to be expensive for most poor families. Now, the president has, to this effect, announced the reopening of the schools, colleges, and universities with caution between the 14th and 28th of September 2020, subject to adherence to public health certification, guidelines, and regulations. Now, the Ministry of General Education and the Ministry of Higher Education has since been advised to come up with modalities that will ensure that all pupils and students catch up after losing 6 whole months of the academic calendar. Let's get the details and then discuss this.
Mr. Speaker, I've also heard the cries of pupils, the cries of students, the cries of teachers and lecturers, the cries of parents, and the cries of owners of schools, including the ministries of general education and higher education, concerning reopening of learning institutions. Mr. Speaker, I am aware that the non-reopening of schools has led to loss of gains made by the learners, and more importantly, all non-examination classes may be at the same level next year. The current examination classes would have no space to progress next year, and hence may also lose a year. Mr. Speaker, in this regard, I therefore wish to announce the reopening of all schools, colleges and universities, of course again with caution, and this will have to be done between the 14th of September 2020 and 28th of September 2020, subject to adherence to public health certification, guidelines and regulations, and also to allow for satisfactory and adequate consultation and preparations by all relevant authorities, including parents and guardians. The Ministry of General Education and the Ministry of Higher Education must come up with modalities that will ensure all pupils and students catch up after losing 6 months of the academic calendar, which may include revising the curricula. I also urge the two ministries to ensure strict compliance with the COVID-19 measures. I'm encouraged to reopen the schools in the context of the new normal, as espoused by the World Health Organization, WHO.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, His Excellency President Edgar Lungu, for that update on the reopening of schools, colleges, and he considered a number of facts, I should say.
Yes, and
though received with mixed feelings.
Yes, the one that caught my attention is that majority of the children, either university, primary or secondary, have missed out on 6 months of learning. Now he is hoping that now that they have gotten back, they will catch up. But 6 months, it's like half a year.
Well, I think the danger in what we've had so far, and why some people are advocating for the children to go back to school, the school-going children to actually return to their schools, is because imagine a grade 1. It's very difficult to change a mindset. The child has been, I've seen it with my nephews and nieces, you know. Now they're getting, it's October, so they have this pool thing going on at their yard, so they've gotten used to the swimming, the TV,
the having fun.
The having fun. Now imagine telling them, okay, guys, you need to go to bed at 20 hours now because tomorrow is school.
Trying to adjust. It's
yes,
really be hard for
yes,
kids.
especially if the children were not exposed to tutors. But I should commend parents, regardless of what was going on, who actually managed to get tutors for their kids, because that way it was keeping them busy and doing something. And also those that decided to just have their kids learn via virtual e-learning. Yeah. So remember that you can reach us on the numbers 0968 675 273. What is your take on the reopening of schools? How do you feel that the children will be going back to school? The university I was about to say children. The university students will also be going back to school. Teachers will be back in classes. What do you think the situation will be? Do send us your comments and contributions. You can simply call in on the numbers 0968 675 273. How do you feel the situation will unfold?
Yes, of course. And in case you have just joined us, you're watching the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show with me, Precious, and Banda Tandiwo on the other side. And we're talking about the new normal, the reopening of schools, and the partial opening of bars and nightclubs. How are you safe? How safe are you under the new normal? Remember, you can actually get through to us even on social media. You can follow us on Instagram as well. That's Camnet TV Africa, Camnet TV on Facebook. Now, on the other side, we'll be looking at another story that goes, the Bars and Nightclub Owners Association Secretary General Edmond Lifwekelo has welcomed President Edgar Lungu's directive that bars and nightclubs be open but with caution. Now, Mr. Lifwekelo has appealed to bar and nightclub owners to adhere to the presidential directive as they start operating and observe COVID-19 guidelines. Now, Mr. Lifwekelo says bar and nightclub owners must not be overexcited and forget to follow the health guidelines. Mr. Lifwekelo was speaking to Camnet TV shortly after President Lungu's announcement of reopening bars. Now, we'll take a look at this clip and then we'll get back on the other side.
The announcement made by the president to partially reopen bars and nightclubs has left many around the city of Lusaka in jubilation. However, despite this decision, President Edgar Lungu has put in stiff measures that bars and nightclubs will only operate from Friday and Sunday while adhering to the directive put in place. The president made this announcement during the 5th session of the 12th National Assembly.
In March this year, I ordered the closure of bars, taverns, and nightclubs, among other outlets, in order to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. While other outlets have since reopened under public health guidelines, bars, taverns, and nightclubs have not. This is because of the danger that COVID-19 pandemic poses to these outlets. I'm cognizant of the suffering that owners of bars, taverns, and nightclubs have experienced since the closure. I'm aware of the consequential suffering of their employees and related businesses. The employers have struggled to pay salaries and to maintain them. The employees, on the other hand, have barely survived, and many of them have become destitute. I know they have struggled to make ends meet, and their livelihoods are in disarray. Mr. Speaker, I therefore wish to announce the partial reopening of these outlets from Fridays to Sundays with immediate effect. But of course, with serious caution that all public health guidelines are strictly adhered to. These outlets shall operate from 18 hours to 23 hours.
And Bars and Nightclubs Owners Association Secretary General Edmond Lifokelo has thanked the head of state for this decision.
Okay, as Bars and Nightclubs Owners Association of Zambia, we are excited by the announcement of the partial opening of our business premises by His Excellency the President. This is what we expected, and this is what we've been looking for the past 5 months now, almost 6 months. And, it's quite good news because half a loaf is better than nothing. We know that everything has got a starting point. I think to us, this is a starting point also that we need to observe how we are going to live in the new normal. Because we have always been saying that, this pandemic, we don't know when it might go away. So the idea was learn how to live with it. I think the better for us.
Meanwhile, Mr. Lifokelo has urged bars and nightclubs owners to adhere and follow the measures put in place by government or risk being closed permanently.
So please appeal to our members, much as this is good news, much as let us not complain about the hours we've been given, because we are quite aware why the president has made such kind of a decision, and we are quite just very, very happy. So let us prove a point. As an association, I don't think, we are not going to protect anyone who will be found wanting, because the president has been quite very clear that he's not going to hesitate to close down any person actually who's going to flout this. Even to close us, the president says he's going to close us. So we are not going to allow one or two members to risk the closure of the rest of the members. So as an association, actually, we are going to work closely with government to ensure that this pilot project, which the president calls pilot project, that it succeeds. After all, it's for the benefit of all of us.
Few months ago, the president had announced the closure of bars and nightclubs and other sectors of the economy to mitigate the spread of COVID-19 in the country. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News in Lusaka.
Welcome back on the Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show. So bars and nightclubs are open, partially open.
It's either something is open or it's closed. Huh?
No, this one is.
No. I don't like to sugarcoat things. It's either it's open.
I was waiting for you to wake up. And
yes,
like that.
I'm wide awake.
Yeah. Welcome.
So it's either it's open or it's closed. This thing to say it's partially, no. It's open. The same crowds are going to go. Even if you say fully open, the same crowd is going to be on Monday, on Wednesday, Saturday. It's going to be the same crowd. So they might as well just say that bars are open.
Maybe it's because the normal of opening bars. I stand to be corrected on the time. Usually bars are open at 11. 12, 13, somewhere there. But the specific directive is that they should be open by 18 hours.
Okay, so what does that
close down by 23.
That's fine.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay.
Yes.
From
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
What time again?
18 to 23.
Okay, 18 to 23. So let's be practical. Let's help me with this one, our viewers out there. Just to be practical, right? Bars are opening at 18 hours and closing off at 23. Is that changing the crowd? Let's brainstorm. Let's talk. You can also get to call in. It's 0968675273. Is that changing the partial opening of bars? Is it going to change anything? Is it going to stop the spread of the virus because you're opening for lesser hours? Isn't still going to be an interaction? And people are still going to get drunk? And people are still going to talk without their masks and not have their masks on? Because when they're taking that alcohol, they need to remove the masks. So the masks are going down. And once somebody begins to become intoxicated with alcohol, they're getting drunk.
And throw it away.
So they're getting drunk. That calls for what? Unruly behavior. Unruly behavior where people can't control. The owner of the bar will not control the consumption of alcohol by the people. So make me understand, Precious, and also let's try and brainstorm with our viewers. What will the partial opening of bars change in terms of the spread? Get me right. Not in terms of business, because I know there's so many business owners out there with bars, and this is their source of income. But my question that I'm posing is, what will this change in relation, if we're basing this on the relation of the spread of the virus, how will it help? Please answer me, because I fail to understand.
Well, Tanjiwa, the thing is that, okay, we keep the bars closed before I get to the answer.
Remember, I'm not talking about the business.
I know, not the business side, the health side, okay, health guideline side. So we close the bars, okay, maintain social distancing, sanitize, wear your mask all the time. Where are you going while you're wearing a mask?
To the mall, to buy groceries for my kids.
With what money?
I'm working somewhere.
Working somewhere where? Let's say, for example, you're a waitress.
Okay.
In that bar that is closed down. Where are you going? With the mask, the hand sanitizer, maintaining social distance.
No, waitresses are under the restaurants. So restaurants are open. Maybe bar women and men.
What do they call them? Do they call them waiter?
I don't know.
Hello, waiter. So I think we have a caller.
Okay,
we have a caller. I'll pin my thoughts.
I'm really excited about this caller because I need to get this opinion.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You are through. How are you?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
We're all right, thank you. Who are you talking to and where are you calling us from?
We are talking to Makua, I'm calling from Lusaka.
What's your contribution this morning?
Yeah, bars and the restaurant. And that's it. And in the open. No, it's not good better than nothing. The little hours that has been given, enough. But as the presidential directive has been said, the cost should also be taken into consideration. That's why the hours have been shortened. But in a view, it is our honor also to accept. Even each and everyone should know what's supposed to do at a certain time. As long as one is given that chance to go and relax, go shoot to us. Also, the COVID-19 will be taken. And it's a good gesture for one another. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that powerful contribution.
Yes.
Well, so he is saying that now, basically, to translate what, or put it in my opinion, what he's trying to say is it's now the responsibility of the citizens to help.
You have been trusted with the freedom. Are you going to take advantage of it or be safe and careful and follow the guidelines?
So just a random one as well. I personally don't take alcohol, but those who've had experience, what happens when you're on number 6 bottle? Do you remember that you need to wear a mask? I'm just asking. Like you can help me brainstorm. You can call in. You can guide us. The number is 0968675273. When you're on bottle number 7 or bottle number 8,
do you remember to wear a mask?
Do you remember that? Is this hand sanitizer? Or maybe the hand sanitizer begins to look like an alcoholic beverage. Please, I need to hear from you. This is a very important topic, and because we're looking at the responsibility now, wholly falling on the citizens. If I know that we do have a caller. Good morning.
You're excited with the calls, eh? Good morning.
Morning, madam.
How are you? Tiri bwino kama na ndani.
Kama na Emmanuel watumia mlofata.
Okay, by Emmanuel kambanti mvete.
Yeah, in a, since about the issue, you open up my bus. In support of what they are school. There were, I got to go my bus, and we are staying from 18 hours to 3 hours. Then if Muntu atakolewa, you find that Muntu atakolewa, to control that person is very much difficult. So, in a new this issue, here, open up my bag. It to increase my cases of coronavirus. Because Muntu atakolewa ni wofuta kukontrola, and then you find that with my bag, especially my compound, you find that with Yamakalama is clouded. So you find that is that increased cases of coronavirus. But now, you have problem what is going to be better to open up my schools. So my school is a little free for the but my bad, yes, when I put the away.
Mukalibo kuyenda manje baje bamne bali na maba bande business nde amneba ma tengera kondrama yo desavana and since banabo babara maba what is your take on that one bazashita survive bwanje baby
you find that good mubanga twabara maba imo bachape wokuta mja mubanga twabara ba kulibe bambira mena munga apart from Mova. You can turn it into a salon, you can turn that bar into a shop. My honor, not just a bar that there are more open, they can go and they open Comarica stores, my shop price and everywhere. My bar, if you have my buyer, when I'm a bar, Mangasava is it at all. Like turning a bar into something else, not just a bar that I find. So Mangasava is it, Ugurita into Vinangu, not Mova.
Okay.
Okay, Skomo. Skomo Maema.
Taongaziko Mubaema, thank you that mwatumira phone this morning. Twatotela. Lesa pale.
Oh wow. He came up with a very interesting point that caught my attention to say he's not for the idea that bars are open, and you fired him with the question to say how are they going to survive those that own bars, and he says it's not only alcohol that you can sell. You can turn that place into a grocery store, you can turn it into a barbershop, a salon. So there are all these other options, which is, he gave a solution to a question.
Yeah, but you see, like when you're running a business, for example, I'm a florist, and you come to me and tell me, okay, we are not, the way they're exporting flowers, we don't have flowers for you, so try something else. Some people have a certain vision for certain things, so you can't really change a mindset. It depends on the individual, but that is just our opinion. Remember, you can give us your opinion as well on the number 0968675273. That is 0968675273.
I don't know what to say. I'm just excited that kids are going back to school. But
but the Minister of Health had something to say, Precious.
He did.
Yes. So the Minister of Health, Chitalo Chilufya, says government has actually made strides in improving the health sector, hence recording low cases of COVID, which is a positive thing. Now, this improvement has resulted, so it's because of the improvement of the COVID-19 cases, has resulted in government deciding to relax some of the measures, such as the opening of schools, amongst other economic activities. Now, the minister says government is still concerned about people's reluctance to observing health guidelines. The minister reviews that Zambia has in the last 24 hours recorded 109 cases out of 1,133 tests done. Now, the cases are widespread across the country. One death has been recorded of a young female who has left behind a 6-day-old baby.
Oh, okay, so we have a caller. Interesting. I see where the opening of bars and schools came from.
Good morning. Please tell us your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah, this is Chwele Joshua.
Okay, Chilwele, you can go ahead with your comment or contributions.
Yeah, my comment is like Momena Vanakandira, my class is supposed to say once the one minute in career. Although Yenangu right to see my branch business yamenya banga pezinjira inango yakubanga banga stability yeah masira yamenya yanakwela that is very dangerous and apaya moshi so in the future to masfo then mabasi effect laendekeza so that wataona community yenda sasa
okay
but mtakakolewa libe control yeah so kufunza at least wapasa kwa chance or maybe kuma December sema mene wangaona kubanga teka mule wataona mchanchi bwera chane
okay thank you
Joshua.
yeah
Yo.
You know, this makes me really dissect this issue of schools and bars opening.
At the same
so
time.
the difference really is, like with the schools, children or school-going children or university-going students do understand certain things. So you will be able to explain to a student to say social distancing, wear your mask and all that, don't come to class without a mask, and they will understand.
Now,
Because they are in their sober states. But we are talking about somebody that is drunk, and you tell them, because I've had an experience where you're just taking a walk or a stride, maybe even at a mall near like one of these bars or restaurants that claim to be restaurants, but they're actually bars, and you just say, "Excuse me, you in Chani?" I was just saying at Nipiteko. Hey, you know, even on the road, even just on the road, someone who's intoxicated, the way they'll move, the way they'll drive, you know, maybe you just make an emergency brake, and because maybe there's something wrong with your car. Hey, chokaku, what, you know? So I feel like people who are intoxicated most of the time are very unruly. So now, how are they going to manage to observe social distancing in a bar? Because this is from 18 hours to 23 hours. Is it that I'll be standing, the one will be standing here, the other one will be seated there in a bar?
How are you going to
whilst drunk on whatever alcohol that they're drunk on? You will tell them to say, guys, social distancing. How?
You know what? I think we should, let's see how this will be.
Well,
I will be very attentive to the numbers.
I personally feel, in my opinion, as a Zambian citizen, as Banda Tandiwe, I do not stand to be corrected, because this particular one is my opinion. I feel the reopening of the bars by the government is a wrong move. And I will not go back on my word.
Blessing in disguise. I feel the reopening of the bars, they considered the financial perspective of those that only have bars as an income, and schools were open, so they needed to find a way to earn money to pay for their children's school fees.
Okay, so you're saying...
So maybe, I'm just saying, as my opinion, maybe that's the reason why they were both open at the same time.
No.
Because they would have decided, listen, Tandiwe, they would have decided to just open schools.
I feel like at some point...
and close bars until December, because festive season.
Can I call the president? Can we add him on this breakfast show?
Zoom call.
Can we have the president on Zoom call? You know, I really need to speak to the president if I could get that opportunity. His Excellency, if you're watching, I would love to have a one-on-one with you concerning this matter. But anyway, just on a lighter note. But on the bigger aspect of things, the health minister has actually told us why they opened this. They opened up schools and bars as well. They feel there has been a reduction, but they're still saying that people should abide to the rules. We do have a caller. Good morning. Where are you calling us from? Give us your name and where you're calling us from.
All right. This is
Sorry?
This is Nine.
Can you kindly speak up? We can hardly hear you.
Okay.
Oh, okay. London Tumfwe.
Quite, but then the Okusama at the same time the program. Not pension home. About business, yeah. But that is my bad. It's not bad when you go out. President, well, that's about it.
Oh, we lost that caller all the way from Kawa. But bachalande chivemba. Na chumfa kwa fiati ukwisura amabazi na maskulu pa punch time. is gonna bring problems.
Lots of problems, because if the parents are gonna be in the bar Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they're going home, right? And because they're going home, those kids are going to school on a Monday. And then when they go to school on Monday, they're going to meet their other friends whose parents were not in the bar.
Oh, that's
See the transmission
as well.
See that transmission. We need to understand certain things. Like I said, if we can organize that meeting on Zoom with His Excellency. I don't know if his people are watching.
Shilva, are you watching?
I
know we
know
really
you can make this
possible,
to the president, because you know it's a chain of transmission, just like a food chain. You know how we learned food chain in primary school? It's from this to that. So I've just given you a scenario where I am a parent. I've been in a bar from 18 hours to 23 hours with the hope that I will not get coronavirus, and I'm intoxicated with maybe let's say 6 bottles of alcohol. So I get the virus from that bar. I go home to my family, find my husband and children, get interactive, spend time with them this was being done on a Saturday. Get interactive, be with them over Sunday, probably even go to church. And then the kids go to school on Monday.
Meet friends.
An innocent child. This is maybe a first grader or reception, because they haven't said which grade, so it's everyone. So this child is in reception. I come in contact with that child. Child is back to school on Monday, interacts with friends. What happens? Automatically, virus is passed on to that other child. That other child goes home, interacts with the parents. What happens then? Parents get COVID. You see how the transmission is?
So unfair. Now, let's see how I will be attentive to
as
the
much
numbers.
As I do respect that people have businesses that they're running, their source of income is from the alcohol that they sell. But I mean, we need to look at it on a bigger platform. The opening of schools, yes. The bars, the unruly behavior that we see in these bars, it doesn't add up, especially if we're really trying to cut down on the numbers of people contracting COVID-19. You see, in a hospital setup, for example, we're dealing with people with sober minds most of the time. And when they do come to the hospital, they know that they're supposed to mask up. Even you as a health personnel, be it a doctor or nurse, you know you're supposed to be masked up. But even in that setup, people are well aware. Now imagine if we're not working in a bar, we're working in a hospital. So we have sober minds, we know what we are doing at that particular time. When somebody enters a bar, they're okay. 1, 2, some even on 1. They're already feeling some type of way and they're on cloud 9. You know, by the time they're reaching bottle number 5, what is a mask? They begin to feel a mask is maybe a wipe that they could use for their. These are real issues.
It's true. It's true.
Hand sanitizer, like I said, you know, there's alcohol based. You begin to mistake hand sanitizer for alcohol. No, I'm being honest.
Hand sanitizer bottle is a tiny bottle.
Somebody who is drunk or intoxicated with alcohol is not in the right state of mind. So basically, what we have done is open the bars, okay, bearing in our minds that they're gonna be people
opening the bar.
No, okay, partially. Sorry, but I was really
it's either it's open.
I'm taking this personal because we're looking at what it's gonna cause in the country. You know what I mean?
Health.
Are we going to be okay? Fine. Partially opening of bars. Partially drinking?
No. Duh.
No, we needed more information.
More clarity.
Because if you're going to tell me you're opening the bars partially, are we going to be drinking partially as well?
No,
we have a caller.
But anyway, no, we have Luyando. We pin the partially opening bars on the other side. We have Luyando on a phone call interview. On the 10th of September, the world was celebrating Suicide Prevention Day, where they were telling people that suicide is not the option you should go if things get really hard. And he'll be talking about it from the health or psychological point of view. So we'll get into the interview as we transit from the bars and nightclubs partially opening. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
We're all right, thank you, Leandro. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, so now 10th of September was celebration of Suicide Prevention Day. Tell us more about that and how it went.
Okay, so the theme for this year was helping stop suicide, meaning that as communities we have a role to play, because there's a myth that goes on to say those who are bent on committing suicide have made a decision, nothing can be done. But it's actually been shown that we can actually play a role. We cannot be rescuers and serve these people. If we talk to them and if we not do early signs and get them the facilities where they will be able to receive help.
Okay, so where was it? What was the response? Did you have people coming through to say they have had such thoughts of committing suicide while they're going through some problems and all?
Unfortunately, I wasn't working on Thursday. During this month, at least we had a good response. A lot of people are coming through to talk about the problems that they're having. So it's just a day where we remember on the road to have that thought of suicide, but we didn't have any.
Oh, okay. So before we let you go, our topic of discussion is the bars and nightclubs being partially open. How safe are you?
Very safe, but that in itself, I think we'll come with a lot of mental health cases. As you know, say alcohol is a depressant, so the more we take it, sometimes we tend to be depressed and actually think of suicide. And we last time we talked about the withdrawal symptoms that these people tend to have. So we'll likely have more cases, especially for those who've been drinking for a long time and those who actually going to do drinking.
Oh, okay. I didn't look at that side. All right. Thank you so much, Luyanda, for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. His last point just caught my attention. So we will be expecting more reports of depression and mental issues because of, what word did you use? Excessive drinking.
No, since we'll be partially consuming the alcohol, like the bars have been partially opened. So I think we need to work within range. I need to have a Zoom meeting with the, Kyla, I'm the incoming.
Oh.
It's 0968-675-273. That is 0968-675-273. I personally highly commend the president for reopening of schools because these kids are it'll be like learning or writing an exam. We know that when we're in school, we shouldn't go in with leakages, we shouldn't go in with papers. So I believe that the children will be obedient, and this also calls for you as a parent, you as a guardian, to ensure that your child follows the laid down health guidelines by the Ministry of Health, which we are all aware of. That is, make sure that they sanitize, get them a small sanitizer if you're able to, because you can't really lump everything on the school.
True.
So ensure that you get your child a small sanitizer they can go with and carry it in their pockets so that they have it at all times. Ensure that they have a mask as well. It could be a surgical mask, but with surgical masks, remember that the child has to dispose it. You just use it for particular hours or a day, but you remember that one needs to be disposed. So you need more of the cloth ones, especially they'll be going to school Monday to Friday. You could ensure that your child has maybe different masks. Yeah, so that your child is protected. If you are a student out there, this is wholly in your responsibility. You are to be at university level, meaning that you are of sound mind, you are somebody that is responsible. So it is your responsibility to take care of yourself and carry that mask.
Yes, of course. So in case you've just joined us, you haven't missed much. We're talking about how safe you and I are amidst COVID-19 and the reopening of schools and bars, and also partially opening, let me even use this word, partially opening.
I'm going to be partially drinking my juice today.
Come
New
through with
word.
your contribution and suggestions. Thank you to everybody that's watching us on Facebook. That's Camnet TV Facebook fan page. In case you've not joined, please do like our page, mention a friend, and also start a watch party. And also you can call us on the other side. Now we'll quickly take a short break, and then we'll be joined by a young man whose story is very interesting. He does a manicure and pedicure to pay for his college fees. So we'll get to hear
fully payment, full payment,
not
partial payment. Do join us after this break.
We'll be back.
Msika is here. We have you all covered with just 150 kwacha. You can advertise every day from 17 hours to 18 hours. For a 30-second ad, get the benefit of selling your products and services on Msika. For more details, call our marketing department on +260 953 995099 +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467. Email us on info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +260 953 995 099 or +260 962 444 726 or +260 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Welcome back. You are watching Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show with me, Precious, and Tandy. We're on the other side on Camnet TV, not just another channel. And we were talking about how safe you are, how safe are we under the new normal, considering the fact that schools and bars, schools were open, bars were partially opened yesterday.
As we will partially be having our beverages. Since they were partially open.
Partially doing things.
On the break, I was just trying to get the actual meaning of
partially.
So it says that in part, not complete.
Which is like Monday to Friday, then Monday to Monday.
Oh, so over the weekend.
Yeah, which is like
why did they say Monday and Wednesday?
But anyways, the debate will continue. Remember, you can come through and give us your views and contribution. Joining us on set is a young man by the name of Isaac Tembo, who does a manicure and pedicure to pay for his fees. very interesting.
Yeah, very, very interesting. And we could give you a sample. I was just about to lamp this on you. Let's try it though. Are they good enough? You do something like this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better than me.
Ooh,
So
even better than.
because Elijah,
Oh my
camera guy, please do
goodness.
this. So
Tanjiro is awake.
This is what he
does.
He does basically.
And pays for school fees.
I don't know why the camera person is Elijah. Yeah. So for this kind of nose, these are really short. So those of you that love them short
Or long.
or long,
Yes.
I'm trying to position.
So let's start with the story. What led you to start doing nails and to pay for your school fees?
Actually, I started doing nails in 2015 when I lost my father.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of challenges in terms of paying for fees because we were born to I and my sister. So after my father died, my mom decided to go to Solwezi. And I was like, when I go to Solwezi, I'll stop school. And I'll never achieve whatever I want to achieve in life. And I decided to remain here in Lusaka alone. My mom and my sister went to Solwezi. So when they went to Solwezi, and I was like, I had nowhere to go, I was staying at church, sleeping at church. And I have friends who were doing nails. And I was thinking like, no, I can also make it. If they can make it and earn money for something else, then I can pay for my fees. Then I started doing nails. I was working at a certain place in Raphael. Yeah, in Kamwala. So the person I was working with, it was like, whenever I bring the customers, it was not just fully giving me the money the way it is. Like, and I decided to move and open my own shop in Kamwala, and I started doing nails. Like, I was just like learning. Yeah. After some days, I was improving the skill because it's a talent. It's not a career. Yeah.
So what grade are you in at Livana?
Grade 12.
Wow. So you've been paying for your fees from
Grade
like,
10.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like your story is sorry, but it's a really, really touching story, and just hearing it from you and just it raises so many emotions. But how has it been then? Like what going in depth into it? Were you renting and paying using the nails as well, or?
Yeah. I was doing rent. I started renting in 2018. Like, I was looking for a friend to stay with because sometimes in life, no need of friends. Like, because I don't take alcohol, I don't smoke, I don't go out.
For you to fit in.
Yes. So I just decided to live alone. But at the first, I was staying at church, sleeping at church.
3 years.
Yes.
Wow.
So how did it start? What did you get first? Like when you're just starting up your business, maybe there's somebody out there, a young person who would like to start the nails. What's the first equipment that you got?
At the first, actually I started with 5 nail polish and the nail file and the glue. That's all.
That is all.
Yes. Whatever a client wants, I'll still make whatever I have, not what I don't have.
Ah, great. What has been your challenge during this time, the greatest challenge that you've been facing?
The challenge was in terms of like when I'm called to go and work, like house calls. Yeah, there are certain situations that were happening.
You have to go to school.
Yes, I have to go to school, but I did it like from Monday to Friday I'm going to school, then Saturday, Sunday I'm working.
Oh, okay. So sometimes during Monday to Friday you'd have people calling you to say come.
Yeah.
And maybe there are 5 people and you have to go to class, so you just put it out there to say I will only do Saturday and Sunday, Monday to Friday I'll be going to school.
Yeah, I had a challenge whereby when I leave the phone with a friend, when the clients come, then they're doing like, when he put the nails, then he give the client the number of his, not my number.
So there was now they began to steal your customers.
So
okay,
that
so
was
how are you coping now?
Like as for now,
in your final year.
like as for now, I'm just pushing like with studies. Then I can be working on Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Because it's only 3 months or 2 months remaining.
To write exams.
Yes.
Yes, you're gonna make it, eh?
Yeah, I will.
Wow, Wow. Now nails are mainly known for
females.
You know, how have you been? Personally, I would rather have a man do my nails or do my hair than a female, because I feel like men are so skilled and they're very, very particular as well. So in your case, I'm sure Andrea phones have to say, you know?
Yeah, no phones. There are people whereby they think like once you're more master nails, they're gay.
That's the question I was going to actually.
Yeah, but it's not like that. It's that you think I was a real cheat. Yeah.
Okay, before we let you go, what are your last words? Job well done, by the way. After this, I might actually, you know.
Yeah, you need some life on that.
Oh my goodness. Before we let you go, what are your last words?
Actually, like my last word for people to get in touch with me, they can search for my page on Facebook as Beauty and Fashion Nails. And my number, the one I use, and for WhatsApp is 0971 70 8289.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Isaac, for coming through. We would definitely hope that some people will come through to do their nails so that they help you with your school fees and other things that you'll need afterwards. Because we obviously know after this you will start trying to save for college when you're done with exams. All the best in your exams, since that we're remaining with 3 months before we get to the finals. Yeah, all the best.
Thank you.
Well, to everybody that's just joining us, you're watching Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show with me, Precious, and Tandy. We're on the other side on Camnet TV, not just another channel. And we're having a conversation with a young man whose name is Isaac Tembo that does nails to pay for his fees. He's in his 12th grade and he'll be writing his exam soon. So we're just wishing him all the best in his, I would call it talent venture.
Yeah, so we do take a break. A complete break, please.
Not a partial
break. We do take that complete break. We'll be right back.
Msika is here. We have you all covered with just 150 kwacha. You can advertise every day from 17 hours to 18 hours. For a 30-second ad, get the benefit of selling your products and services on Msika. For more details, call our marketing department on +260 953 995099 +260 962 444 726 or +260 971 177 467. Email us on info@camnettvafrica.com. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Camnet TV World News. For a prompt response, call +2609 53 995 099 or +2609 62 444 726 or +2609 711 77467. Camnet TV, not just another channel.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Remember, you're watching Rise and Thrive Breakfast Show on Camnet TV. Currently joining us on set is Mr. Likando Nangonde, that is from the Kayula Childhood Cancer Foundation. Good morning.
Good morning, viewers.
Good morning, thank you. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
We are all right since we are observing guidelines. Unfortunately, we have subjected you to this as we partially open the bars and nightclubs.
No, we're not going to now begin to use that. Let's go straight into the interview with Mr. Kayula, and you'll be able to give us your opinion as well later on the program. Okay. But kindly take us through the project background of Kayula Cancer Foundation.
All right, thank you. The Kayula Childhood Cancer Foundation was formed in the year 2012, meaning we are now 8 years down the line in our journey to healing and wholeness of children with various forms of childhood cancers. So our main objective is that we are here to prevent the many other children that are afflicted with cancer from dying by way of putting in physical intervention measures like creating awareness and providing information to the parents. Because we have realized that many of the people that have had their children succumb to these cancers as a result of the late presentations that have been made to the hospital. So we have noted that most of them were not having that experience just out of the deliberately, but it's because they didn't have the appropriate information. So that is how come we've decided to launch campaigns where a lot of people are being inculcated with the early warning signs and symptoms of childhood cancers. So the symptoms vary from one form of cancer to the other. Yes, so that is the reason. And why it was formed, this has basically been an empathy project. So this was an initiative that was brought in as a pilot project, and today is in existence by the founders who are Mlenga and Mumbasata, who also had a child who actually got succumbed to neuroblastoma. So my coming in also is as a parent who also succumbed, whose son also succumbed to nephroblastoma. He was 10 years old at the time. And then we thought it was not good enough to say we have lost out. And yet we knew that all those things arose out of not having adequate information. And therefore we thought, having gone through that experience and journey, we could be the best people who would be agents of social change in terms of disseminating information. So apart from that, having shared a lot of experiences with other people that had children, we noted that I think having the only cancer disease hospital based in Lusaka, a lot of people were coming from far-flung areas, yes. And as you know, cancer is associated with prolonged hospitalization. And so we also embarked on a project where we have what is known as the parent house, which is situated in Mosotunya, Woodlands. So we have been running that parent house and had so many children. So that is a physical intervention in cases of those that are coming from outside, because what experiences where when it comes to rainy season, those coming from rural areas would want to go back home because they have no way. So for us, we are working very closely with the Cancer Diseases Hospital in terms of looking after the patients, because some of them will be told go back to Mansa and come back after 2 months or 2 weeks and things like that. So they'll not manage because already they don't have enough for themselves, yes. So we scale up nutrition by providing a lot of water whilst working with our partners. Yeah, so we have people like Pepsi, we have worked with Manzi, they've been helping us. So we scale up nutrition because some of the children are on chemotherapy and they have to flush out the toxins. So we can't do that alone, and we work with our partners. So some of them have economic challenges, and when they're home, the immunity tends to get down. But because we have a certain standard of nutrition that we provide, and we source food from many of our partners, of course, who I cannot mention now, but we take special recognition of them from the bottom of our hearts, because this is not the right platform for us. We
Yes,
might be
I get it. Okay,
Yes.
but just roughly and wholly, I know how you're saying we, partners. Have you received any help from government? I feel like this is something you could say publicly.
Absolutely. We are working with the government. We have a memorandum of understanding. And today, as we speak, government has given us overwhelming support, and also coming, we've been working with the Ministry of Health today as we speak. This year on the 13th of February, we had the Zambia National Stakeholders meeting, rather workshop at the Southern Sun, which is an initiative of the World Health Organization on childhood cancers. Also working in collaboration with St. Jude's Children's Hospital in the US.
Oh, okay. So you've mentioned that the Kayula Childhood Cancer Foundation has been in existence for 8 years. Have you had any successful stories from children that were actually that had cancer and managed to fight it?
Yes, that is something that we smile about all the time. Of course, we have one little girl who apparently is an ambassador, and we have one young boy who's doing very well, is in the Eastern Province, the other one is Mansa, and many more others are coming through. So our plans are actually working out, because we have now actually gotten into the clinics where we go and sensitize the mothers during under 5 regular health checkups, because some of them, some of the challenges, the symptoms need to be detected early. Yeah, so we want that program, and we are happy that having launched that program, we're happy that it is in the strategic plan of the Ministry of Health that those exercises will begin to roll out in the clinics. But we, whilst providing non-clinical social support in terms of awareness and all these other play therapy and things like that, we've been able to do that.
Okay, great. So now, under 30 minutes, what are your last words? Closing remarks.
Our closing remarks are that we want every citizen, everyone coming from all sectors of life, to just point a finger and always just give us an assurance that the kids with cancer are not alone, by joining in all our numerous campaigns. Like we are launching the 20 kwacha campaign, where individuals or corporates, of course the minimum is 20 kwacha, where they can be supporting us either monthly or in whichever way. So we appreciate every contact that everybody can have to just help the children with cancer, and that they are not alone.
All right, thank you so much for coming through.
So
now, to viewers, we were just having a discussion with Mr. Likando from Kayula Childhood Cancer Foundation, where they take help young children that suffer from cancer with the whole moving back and forth at the hospital. And we're glad that they're laying down a helping hand to those vulnerable children. Unfortunately, we've come to the dying minute of the show. We have to go. We'd love to say thank you to everybody that called through, everyone that was watching, every guest that came through on set, and also the technical team. From me, Precious Mzea Sakaleji,
and Banda Tandiwe. Thank you so much. Do catch us again, same time, same station, which is Camnet TV, not just another channel. Do have a full complete day.
Wow. Good morning.
Enjoy your weekend.